Have you ever bought something you didn't intend to buy? Perhaps you saw a lovely purse and thought to yourself, I need that. You're not alone though. An impulse purchase is a purchase made on the spur of the moment, and it is estimated that Americans spend $182.92 every month on them. According to research, as the pandemic progressed, consumers spent 18% more on unnecessary purchases in 2020. Spending roughly $200 each month on unanticipated expenses isn't a good idea for your budget. That's why we've put together this list of suggestions to help you learn how to avoid impulse purchases. Hello, this is Fire, and we provide financial wings to help you achieve your goals. So please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified of each new upload. First and foremost, what is an impulse purchase? In a nutshell, it's whatever you bought without intending to. While we used a luxury purse as an example, it doesn't have to be that way all of the time. Cleaning products, for example, were the most popular impulsive purchase in 2020, with 42% of Americans purchasing them unnecessarily. Toilet paper and hand soap came in second and third, respectively. You may make an impulse purchase for a variety of reasons. Some people develop a shopping addiction as a coping mechanism for negative emotions. Others may be concerned about missing out on a significant discount or promotion. In any case, when you purchase without forethought, you're jeopardizing your financial well-being. When you make a hasty purchase, you risk jeopardizing your assets and financial future. To begin with, paying your account with a credit card may make it more difficult to pay off your invoice at the end of the month. Sure, you can choose to pay simply the minimal amount due, but you'll be charged interest. You could get yourself in debt if you're not careful. Worse, if you forget to pay your credit card bills, you'll be charged fines and perhaps a penalty interest rate. And that's just the short-term consequences. In the long run, you'll hurt your credit score, which will limit your lending options in the future. That is why we are here to assist you in avoiding impulse purchases at all costs. Here are some helpful tips to help you resist the urge to buy something you don't need. Make a budget is the first suggestion we have for you. Most individuals aren't aware of how much they're spending until they check their bank statements and incorrectly believe their bank account information has been hacked, when in reality it was you who spent the money, not a Nigerian con artist. Your first objective should be to create a budget and track your spending. After all, how would you know where you need to cut back if you have no understanding of where your money is going? Make a list of all of your monthly expenses, including rent, bills, groceries, and any subscriptions or debt payments you have. You can check how much money you have left if you know how much money has to come out of your pay each month. The money you have left over should be divided into two parts. One will go immediately into your savings account, and the other will be your spending money or the amount you can purchase guilt-free. You should avoid temptation at all costs. What's the greatest technique to avoid making a hasty purchase? Avoid shopping at stores that sell items you want to buy, especially ones that allow you to purchase now and pay later. This may entail avoiding shopping malls or restricting access to your preferred shopping websites. You're bound to be drawn to shiny new objects if you're continuously surrounded by them. Don't give in to the temptation, and you'll know you're just buying what you need. Stop and think twice before making a purchase. Before you go out and buy something, ask yourself if you truly need it. Because they are afraid of missing out on a discount or a good price, up to 53.8% of women make impulse purchases. Worse, 36.4% of women claimed they bought something on impulse because they had no reason to. On that point, we respectfully disagree. What's your opinion? Stop and think about it for a day to see if you still want it. If you still can't live without it, try to see if you can reorganize your budget to accommodate the purchase. Unsubscribe from email lists, even if it seems little. Subscribing to a store's emailing list might lead to discounts and free shipping, thus it can save you money in some cases. If you're prone to impulsive shopping, though, receiving emails advertising 50% off everything is like waving lollipops in front of a child. It's difficult to refuse. It's difficult to deny the impact of even a 20% off sign. These indications arouse our inner bargain hunter, leading us to believe we require the item. and it's difficult to say no to a good deal. If we do, we'll feel as if we're missing out on something crucial. It's FOMO, or the fear of missing out, that prompts us to excuse an impulse purchase by pointing to the 20% or 50% we've saved instead of seeing it for what it is, an unplanned impulse purchase. Retailers are well aware of this, which is why they do what they do. Unsubscribe from store emailing lists so you won't be tempted to buy something every time they have a bargain. You won't feel like you're missing out if you don't know about the sale. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Keep your wits about you and don't drink and shop. You wouldn't drink and drive, so don't do it while shopping. Alcohol and online shopping are a deadly mix, as anyone who has ever browsed the internet after a few glasses of wine knows. Some consumers don't even recall purchasing until they receive an email confirmation, or worse, a mysterious item on their doorstep. There are entire sections of the internet dedicated to people sharing purchases made while inebriated and afterward regretted. Our personal favorite is the individual who, while inebriated, purchased 100 small top hats for their pet toad. Your inebriated purchases may make for a funny story at gatherings, but they may also bankrupt you. We hope you are enjoying this video so far. If you are, please hit that thumbs up button and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. You should really calculate the amount of effort required to pay for the item. When you have the want to buy anything, pause for a moment and consider whether what's stated on the price tag is truly worth the money. Compare the cost to the time it would take you to earn the same amount of money. How many hours would you have to work to afford that $200 pair of shoes? They're nice, but are they worth a whole day's work? Consider the cost per wear if that doesn't work. That's $100 per year if you're only going to wear those shoes a couple of times. Is it still worthwhile? Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. Don't rely on retail therapy to help you feel better. Buying items while you're upset is a horrible idea. But let's face it, we've all done it at some point. We've all used shopping as a form of rapid fulfillment, whether it was after a breakup or a difficult day at work, something to help us mend our shattered egos. However, as the first high wears off, you feel worse than you did before. That's because anything you acquire to remind yourself of the thing you're trying to forget serves as a constant reminder of it. As a result, rather than being a consolation gift, it acts as a trigger, making you feel even worse. Credit cards should be avoided at all costs. Credit cards aren't intrinsically terrible, but they're not your friend if you're prone to impulse purchases. It's all too tempting to load everything on your credit card during a large shopping binge, and before you know it, you're in debt up to your ears. Or you've used up all 12 of your credit cards. To avoid this, get rid of the object that allows you to do so. In this case, the card. When you go shopping, don't bring it with you. Instead, use your debit card or cash. Make an effort to save the money you were about to spend. It's easier said than done, but before you go out and buy additional unnecessary items, put the money you would have spent on that item into your savings account. Are you still not convinced? One night, go over your bank statements and total up all the money you've spent on useless, impulsive purchases in the previous year. Now, go online and look up the price of flights to Hawaii. I'm sure I know people who prefer to spend their money on the former. Even if you don't have quite enough money left over to support an overseas vacation by saving the money you would have spent otherwise, you should be able to get away for a nice weekend. Afterpay should be avoided. Now is the time to shop, relax, and pay afterward. Some platforms allow you to immediately enjoy your purchase. All you have to do now is make 4 interest-free payments down the road. Isn't that a problem for the future? By expanding both our wardrobes and our debt, we can spend money we don't have on goods we don't need, which strikes me as a form of impulsive purchasing. For impulse consumers, some platforms are a game changer because you can take something home and have it before you've even put $1 down. Will you be delighted to pay off that outfit in 4 weeks when it's out of style at the back of your closet? Overall, frugality isn't something that's praised or even taught in today's YOLO culture. While it's fine to indulge and reward yourself now and again, being aware of your purchasing habits is essential. Recognizing what prompts your impulsive buying and taking measures to address the problem will help you make better financial decisions, whether you make them because you're upset or because you've had one too many drinks. That concludes today's video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel and switch on alerts to be notified of new uploads. This is Fire, and we'll see you in our next video.